Hi there. I am Dr. Evan Gwilliam. I'm the clinical director for PayDC, which is a compliant, fully integrated chiropractic EHR. And what I'd like to show you here is how to do ChiroHealth USA inside of PayDC. There's actually a number of ways you can do it depending on what best fits your practice style. But here is one method that I've devised that I think will work for most ChiroHealth USA members who have PayDC. What you're looking at on your screen is the settings window from PayDC. Behind it is the home screen. And what I've done is I've clicked on advanced settings here from the home screen on the left, and I've scrolled down till I could find the codes. And so I just want to show you at first how I set it up, and then I'm going to take you through a patient real quick and show you how I can set up the ChiroHealth USA fees with a certain patient. I want you to look at the first 4 lines in this. This is the codes that I put into my system that I need to use. So I've put 4 really common codes here. I've got 98940, which is adjustments for 1 to 2 regions. I've got 98941, which is adjustments to 3 to 4. 97014, which is electrical stimulation. And 9710, which is therapeutic exercises. You'll see there's 2 columns here, one for the in-house code and one for the display as CPT code. They're the same for those first 4 codes, but then I set up 4 more codes that are my CHUSA codes, ChiroHealth USA discount codes. The in-house code starts with CH, so I know what it is. CH 940, 941, 014, and 110. But the display as CPT code is the official CPT code here, so that when it shows up in the patient ledger or in statements, it will show what the actual code is. And if you go down to the end and you look at the fees, you'll see that 98940 is normally $50, but my CHUSA 98940 or CH940 is $30. So there's my CHUSA discount built into this unique in-house code. I've also checked off the column for self-pay so that we know that these services, when they're assigned to a patient, are going to be billed directly to the patient, and there's no third party involved. Okay, so we don't create a CMS 1500 when we check off this box for self-pay. So that's kind of how I set it up, so that I have these special codes in place with the discounts built in. I mean, just look at another one here. There's electrical stim is normally $30, but my electrical stim here for the CHUSA discount is only $15. All right, so that's how I've got it set up in the settings. If I work my way out of these settings and I go into a patient here, I was messing around with Gwen Stefani earlier, and I started an initial exam, but I didn't get into the care plan. So let me show you what happens. I do an exam on a patient, and I know this patient is going to be a ChiroHealth USA member who's going to get special pricing. So our system has this thing called the Care Plan Wizard that usually comes up after you've done the history and the exam. And as I said, I previously did that for Gwen Stefani here. And we open up the wizard and we work our way through. And first we decide who the provider is, which is fine. And then it says, do you want to use a template? And I go, yeah, I do. We actually provide several templates to our clients. And I've set up one here called the CHUSA 8-week template. So this template is going to use those CHUSA codes instead of the regular codes, so the patient gets the CHUSA member pricing and discount. And so you work your way through the wizard, and I'm not going to take you through all these steps. There's another place on our website where you can go and learn more about that. Actually, but let me go back. And you see here that the default code for this care plan template is the CHUSA 203 E&M code. I could switch it if I want, but this template already has it chosen for me, so I'll just use that. And this template already has my diagnosis codes and my complicating factors. You can notice here that on the x-ray screen, when you add this to my care plan, there's a CHUSA x-ray, which is 040. So I use that code because this is going to have a different price point. And then I work my way through. I'm going to kind of skip over some things here that aren't relevant to our discussion of discounts. You can see here that my re-exams are assigned a CHUSA code in this template. If I get into the actual care for each phase, the services for each phase of care, you can see that the codes I've chosen are not my regular 98940, but my CHUSA 98940 here. So again, this patient is going to be using these special codes so that they get the discount. So the discharge exam is going to be a CHUSA exam code. And when I'm done, I generate this lovely care plan narrative, which summarizes all the services, can be provided to third parties or just put into the initial visit note. And so I have that information captured in this lovely narrative, which does mention that they're getting a slightly different service, the CHUSA version of it. And on the left, I have a summary of the pricing, which is far reduced from the regular pricing because it's not my usual and customary. It's my CHUSA network fee. And so we've captured all that information in this care plan. We close it. We go back into the patient SOAP note and we finish this. And we create a note. And the patient's going to have charges for today's services. When that note is done, it becomes a claim and it moves into our billing module. And in the billing module, just so you know, we have the options to integrate credit card processing with recurring payments set up automatically. We have a partnership with OpenEdge which is a credit card merchant. So it's fully integrated. We've also partnered with ClearGauge, which does patient financing. And if this patient had a ClearGauge patient financing situation set up for them where they've got a payment plan with ClearGauge, there'd be a little $sign, a green button that pops up right here on the screen, and it would take us directly to the dashboard so that we could get into the ClearGauge interface and use that to track what's going on with that part of the patient's finances. And so we have all these tools in place to make it easy to track what's going on with your patients, how they can get those discounts, and make it compliant and easy so that those are recorded and billed appropriately. And so that's how we do it in PayDC. There's a couple of other ways and things to do. If you're not a client of ours, contact us and we'll show you more. Happy to do it. If you are a client and you want to know how to go a little further with this, contact tech support. As you know, it's always included with your subscription. So give us a call and we'll do our best to help you out. Thanks for listening.